2, 1, and live.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah, right? So, what up, YouTube? This is another installation of OG Family Ties, the garden update number 5. Probably one of the most exciting ones for me because we're able to see a lot of the progress that we've done and where we're at. So, at the end of the video, you guys get a little sneak peek at all the updates. So we'll probably do a little flashback and show some of the stuff where we started, like bare bones, and then show you what we have now. You guys will see a big difference. It's getting us a lot closer to that day, which we all been trying to work towards. So we're getting there. So Polly's here with me. Kind of practice for Sally, pillar in the community here in Almani. She's been selling shoes out of the Valley Mall for years. She's on, for me, it's the 3rd generation of my family that she providing shoes for, and she's built a relationship with my kids. And obviously she's known me, my mom, and even my boy Polly's had her. Everybody in Almani. If you're from Almani, you know Sally.
For sure.
Yeah, so we're excited because just the way her soul is, man. She's very helpful and loving to everybody, and we're going to be doing an interview with her. We talked briefly about me and Polly going out to do interviews with, like-minded people that are trying to open up their own business or have their own businesses and succeeding, and kind of getting their thoughts and their reality of what it took to get where they're at. That we're trying to convey to the audience, which is, it doesn't matter who you are, where you're from, what your situation is. When you have the right mindset and you surround yourself with those people, you can accomplish big things. And this is just our documentary of what that mindset, with those people putting what we're saying to action and coming together and showing you guys like you can do it too. So it'll be a quick update from number 4 on some personal stuff. I know I started number 4, and I had mentioned to Polly that that day I had been relieved of my job. We got laid off through the company I was working with, and it's been 4 months since we updated, because that was the last update we did. And myself, I'm in a situation now where I've recovered, I'm on my feet, I'm working for a great company, doing the same thing, so I remain to stay blessed, and so all that's going good, the garden's going good, having some more blessings coming into my life here for the next few months. So man, it's been a long road. I think all the challenges that we've come through, we faced them head on, and we're moving forward. And I'll let Polly talk a little bit about his situation, what he has going on, and some of the stuff he's looking forward to as well.
I like your voice. You're so well spoken. Just really looking forward to this. It's been so long, but how many years have we been going through this?
3.5. We're like on day 6,534.
Yeah, I don't know, but yeah, definitely looking forward to this and what this is gonna bring to the community. When you're talking about Sally, it brings me to think about how she has a stamp in this community.
Mm-hmm.
It's for generations.
Yeah.
That's kind of what we want to bring, is our stamp to the city we grew up in.
Yeah.
This is where we're from. Everyone knows her, like you said. Because she's such a great person.
The love she has from everyone.
So it's beautiful to see that, and we want to give that back in a different perspective with food. And I've always said this was perfect because we aim at everyone's senses. When you walk in, you're gonna see the beauty of it. You're gonna see why it took so long, the obstacles we had to go through. Then you're gonna taste the food and you're gonna be like, wow, So if you ever taste something similar to it, if you ever see, it's a memory. We stuck that in, So
I think the one thing that I would want to take from Sally would be the way people just open up to her, dude. It's crazy. Like, you know, they every time I go in there, it's gonna be, you know, an hour conversation with her because there's just good energy in the room. She's a ball of energy, and her success is that the love she gives back, and she's never too big time for anybody, which makes it even cooler, you know. So, yeah, I think that's the one thing that I would want from the garden is like people, you know, rely on us. They could count on our love. They could count on our generosity, because I think we said this multiple times. It's not just for us, you know. It is for us, but you know, we got to do good with what we get, and you know, that's kind of what she does, and it's something that I think to apply to business, it's key and important. So, what would you say some of the things that the garden? What does it mean to you, the garden?
To me, it's so it's something like that me and my friends built together. So that means a lot to me because friendship's always been huge to me. It's like a pillar to a community. I think it means that the most meaning it has for me is like that you could be from our upbringing and make someone of yourself. You know, you could do stuff if you just do it, go out and do it, and fail. And we've failed constantly going through this. You know, we lost a lot of time, but we learned a lot. We learned a whole lot going through the whole process. So I think that mainly, like, it doesn't matter where you come from. And I think those are the best stories. It's like the people that are started at the bottom and they continue to push and push and push. And I just like looking back at where I was in life, growing up, you know, and I would have never thought, you know, like, hey, I'm creating my own business, you know.
Entrepreneur.
Yeah, you know, and my family's so proud of me. They're so hyped about it, you know. So it's really cool, and I want to show them as well. You know, like you guys could, if you guys have, you know, anything you want to do, push for it. You know, you might fail. Don't take it as a loss, but learn from it. You know.
I think I love that you're saying that, because I think that's where most of us are. A lot of us get stuck in making poor decisions in life, and it takes for sure someone with a clear mindset to say, hey, I'm tired of making these decisions. I'm not going anywhere. And this is whatever upbringing you're in, like you have the power in your head to say, I'm gonna stop making these choices and change it around. And I think for me, that was part of it. I think even for you, like, you know, we had to stop making certain choices and focus on our future. And I think that's the key thing to succeed in anything that you want to do. Because sometimes old habits have to die for you to move on with life. And for me, the garden represents growth. It represents me taking my life serious in another manner, you know what I mean? I never want to depend on anybody providing a check for me or my family, and at the same time, like, I want to enjoy life, and making decisions to leave certain things behind that were not making me progress in life was difficult, because hey, you know, doing the wrong thing is sometimes it's fun, dude, and it's like you want the fun all the time. And to make things happen, you have to sacrifice. And I think that's what the garden's been for us. It's been a sacrifice for 3.5 years, as far as, you know, no matter what, the rent's due.
Yeah.
You know, like, no matter what, if we want to open, we have to spend that money on doing this and doing that. And those things have put us to this where we're literally in the final stages of making this operation start. what would you say, maybe like 80% done?
60?
60?
Like 60, because everything, I mean, the aesthetics is something. There's a lot of stuff we still have to do, but I think it's a lot of like projects that need to be done. So
A little tedious work.
like that things need to get put together basically. You know, I think the hard work is done.
Yeah.
With the whole plans and digging holes, running wires everywhere, you know. So it's like everything's ready for us to just plug into it, you know. So I would say the 60% is that. The other 40% is beautifying it, you know, making it lovely.
I think it was refreshing to, when we came together, bro, there was like these critical milestones that happened, at least for me. And one of them was relating to my newfound brothers over trauma. It made me know that I wasn't alone in things, and that right away it pulled me in, because it was something that I always, you know, like dealt with on my own, and to know that there was people out there that have gone through what I've gone through, it made me feel like I was instantly in you know, like, how can I put it? Like I was instantly put into like a group, like a crew, you know, that I can relate to. And then when also, like, I always knew that I wanted to be an entrepreneur and do my own thing, and I always understood that it would be easier with help, and I would look for that help and try to relate with people and talk about things on a different level, but I couldn't find them. And when I found that and you and my bro too, I was like, oh shoot, like now like this could be good. Now this could be the group that could get this accomplished. And it's been nothing but that, bro. It's been nothing but that. Like the way we sit there and discuss the little things, whether it's paint, aesthetics, competition. I love that. I love that we can sit there and, hey, did you try this sandwich? Oh, no, it was garbage, bro. Like, we need to do like this, whatever. That's dope. We can come in here and debate a color on a wall, debate design, come to a conclusion, and then see it out. And we don't put our egos in the way. We don't put it. It's freaking awesome, man. And I don't think I could ask for a better group of guys to do this with.
This one, but that shit was kind of hard, so that's a good idea. Okay, we're good. Oh, Paul, let me see your phone real quick for behind the scenes content. All right, go ahead. We're good.
Yeah. What else?
What would you say are some of the things that, you know, obviously as we progress and things get better and you know, we start seeing more success, what are some of the things, because I love the fact that we're already talking about, we see the finish line for this, and we're already talking about what's the next game plan, what's the next move. And again, that's part of why I felt that I found a home with my business partners. So what are some of the things that you see yourself in, like the next 4 years, as far as you put in the grind for the past 3 years, you focus on what you had to do. Obviously now you're going to reap the rewards of your work. And when that starts happening, what's your next game plan? What do you want to start doing as far as like, okay, now I have a means to start a business, I have the means to do this or that, but what would you want to hit next?
So my next, obviously I do construction, I work in the construction field, and I've always wanted to make at least like 5 businesses at least, you know. And this is obviously going to help me. We do have a little way that we put away money to to the garden so that it runs. So once it starts running, I can actually figure something out to do with that money. Probably within the next 4 years is to start flipping houses. Basically, that'll be my next thing is to buy property and rent it, flip it. You know, basically just continue to learn new things. So like I don't know, you know Jordan Maxwell is.
Yes.
So he has a thing that, well, he heard it from somewhere where if you're not learning every day, you're like, what would it be like? You're falling back. You know, you're supposed to be learning every day something new, you know. So I remember when, it's funny because it was just going through my head like how excited I was about so many things, and I stopped. It was just all happening. So like I wanted to start a podcast, you know, I wanted to journal more, I wanted to do so much stuff, and I don't know what happened. But like seeing this, I'm like, dude, like it was out there, so Nate can take it, you know, or
it's happening.
But it's happening still, and it's funny because you told me that story about the guy, you know, like he kept asking God, like, hey, you know, like, give me a wealthy person. The doctor guy, and he ended up being that person. You know, so just seeing this all grow, it's like it pumps me out. I'm like, oh, that's what it was. You know, like I'm never gonna know what God's plan is or what He has planned for me. All I can do is just continue to do His work. You know, continue to do stuff so that I can give back and help others. You know, like so. I've always told my girlfriend, like, if we own a house, you know, and we are well off, we have the opportunity to actually help a family that is in need.
Yeah.
You know, I don't have to be a terrible landlord and be like, you know what, I want $3,000.
Mm-hmm.
You know, make $3,000 when I know I'm, you know, like, hey, I can help this family out. You know, and I get that back from one of my aunts. She was well off, and she owned property, and she rented it to my grandma for cheap.
Mm-hmm.
Because, you know, it's like helping out.
He's the burden.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I think going back to what we were talking about, like, we learn to stay comfortable. And I think that's what I figured out when I approached you. I was like, dude, like, I buy clothes, I buy shoes, I waste so much money on just stuff that's not gonna do anything. I'm like, dude, like, I need to figure out how to put money somewhere where it's gonna generate something, you know, and that's what I did with this. And then we started talking about, I just literally started talking to you about stocks.
Mm-hmm.
So now I'm doing that. So I'm like, dude, like knowing that, you know, everything's gonna be okay, you know. But it sucks. I think it sucks for the next generation. I think that's a little bit of what I want to, why I started this, so that I can give a better opportunity to Isaac, you know, to my next child, whatever, you know, I want it better for the next generation. And we talk, me and my chick talk about the whole, like, it sucks that our next child's gonna have a better life than Isaac did. And I told her, I was like, hey, maybe Isaac needed that hard upbringing, but
To shape him to whatever.
to wherever he's gonna go, you know, we never know. When God is too big for us to ever know. And I remember I told you about my mom saying, like, She's like, oh, I'm sorry that I was such a bad mom. And I told her, like, dude, like, you're such an amazing mom. Like, you busted your butt to make me love Jordans, you know, to give me the best Jordans, you know, to make me look like if I was rich. And look, it backfired on me because now that I was making money, I started buying all the clothes. I started spending my money on that rather than. And that's why we respect Nate, because Nate's doing so much. I wish we had Nate's mindset.
It would be so
we'd be killing him.
Yeah.
But there's a reason. There's a reason we are where we're at. You know, there's a reason why things fanned out the way it fanned out.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so who knows if I was doing like we would have never crossed paths.
Facts.
You know, there's always reasons. You know.
So I think you're right. There's always reasons why people come in your life. When you know that they're A1, keep them close and put something together to do better. And this is a quick little just sit down interview with me and Paul, you know, co-owners of the garden. We're going to do a quick little pan around so you guys can see the difference between what it was and what it is now. And then you'll be seeing a little bit more of us. Coming up next is going to be the Sally interview with Sally Shoes out of El Monte, California at the Valley Mall. We hope to smash that out, make it really good for you guys, give some insight from a true pillar in the community of El Monte. And see how we do with that, and then we'll be doing more of this. Obviously, we'll let you know after that the next people that we're going to sit down and talk to, and probably the next update, you know, number 6 is going to be this thing probably built, and we'll again sit down and talk about that and show you what we did. For now, thank you very much to all the subscribers. We're taking it serious, but we're not. You know what I mean? We're not making this to where it's a big drag on our day because we have so many things going on. We all make time to come here, do this and do this, you know, the OG family type thing. So now you guys are gonna start seeing a little bit more of we're at the top of the hill. And we're almost there, and we're going to be able to see all the stuff that comes along with it. Again, thank you to all. You know what? Take the time to criticize us. We're big boys. We don't get butthurt. So if you see things that we can improve on, or content or questions you have, throw them down. Put them in the comments, and we'll reply back, or we'll implement it in our next video. But much love to all you guys.
Speak for yourself. I get really buttered.
Oh,
And that's
those are the bottom.
I'll find you.
So stay up. Peace. Much love.
Jesus loves you.
That was like 30 minutes right there.
Perfect. That'll be enough. Damn, man. Legs all sore.